And when you look inside, an Easter egg falls out. Hey friends, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a video that I can't believe I never thought to actually officially do. I'm going to be giving you guys my official review of my YSL small Loulou bag. This is it right here. We'll dig into this. I'm going to be going through all the features of the bag, a little history of the bag, which I think is always very, very interesting, some of the pros and cons that I've experienced with this bag, and then whether or not I recommend this bag. But before we get into this guy, I just want to welcome anyone who is new to my channel. My name is Sarah. I create content on fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. I'm starting to dabble into some luxury items, so if you guys want to follow along on that journey, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and make sure to hit that bell so you get notified of every time I have a new video. Also too, please don't forget to like this video and leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the bag or what your favorite designer bag is. I always love hearing stuff like that. I am definitely currently in the market for a new designer bag, which is why I kind of felt like this was probably a good time to do this review, just because I've been researching a lot into the next designer bag that I'm going to get, and I found the reviews on the bag that I'm going to get very, very helpful when it comes to making that decision. So I wanted to do my part and give you guys my thoughts on my YSL. First off, I got this bag back in December, so that makes it just shy of 6 months that I've had this bag. This was a birthday present to myself for my 31st birthday, and it was actually my very first designer bag purchase. I have designer bags, but this was the first time that I had actually saved up and spent my own hard-earned money on a luxury bag, because everything else that I have has been gifted to me. So this purchase was a big deal for me. I did a lot of research beforehand, a lot of time trying to figure out which bag would be the perfect bag just for me and my lifestyle and my taste for my first luxury purchase. If you guys are interested in how I saved up for the bag, I do have a video breaking down all of the money saving tips and tricks that I use that help me to be able to save up the money to purchase my bag, but I'll have that video linked right over here on the screen and down below in the description if that is of interest to you. But speaking of purchasing this bag currently does retail for $2,050. I know that that is a huge chunk of change, and if you do not approve of designer purchases or anything like that, totally get it if you want to click out now here on this video, but just know this is a designer bag video, so if you think designer things are stupid, this is probably not the video for you. But in my opinion, for a designer bag, I felt like this one fell at a pretty good price point, especially for a first purchase. It's very, very hard to let go of that much money for a purse when you've never done it before. So that was one of the things that I was personally researching, was a price point that I was comfortable spending. So eventually I settled on about the $2,000 mark, and this bag definitely fell in there. In the world of luxury designer bags, the YSL Loulou bag is actually a relatively new style. This bag was released back in 2017 by St. Laurent's designer Anthony Vaccarello, and it was named the Loulou as a tribute to Loulou de la Falaise, who was Yves Saint Laurent's muse and close friend for many, many years. Despite it being a relatively new style, I feel like this is just such an instant classic of a bag. It does feature the signature YSL here on the front. I love the YSL insignia. I think it's just very classy and simple and chic. And then the leather on this is a relatively soft, pliable leather. It holds a structure, but as you guys can see, it does move. It's not like a Saffiano leather where it's going to be very, very difficult to bend. This one does allow some room of flexibility, and it has this beautiful quilted pattern woven all throughout the bag, which I think is just so unique. An awesome detail about it is that it actually comes down into a Y for Yves Saint Laurent, which I feel like is a detail that tends to get missed a lot. The colorway that I got was the gold and black, so the YSL and the chain are gold, and then the rest of the bag is all black. And the Loulou does come in 4 different sizes. I believe it comes in a toy, the small, which is what I have, a medium, and a large. I went for the small just because I don't want any bags that are going to be too crazy oversized. I do have a tendency to overstuff my bags, so when I go with a smaller bag, I am less likely to do that. But I will say, even though it is the small bag, this is roomy and is definitely more than enough room to fit in any essentials that you need throughout the day. So it is like an envelope closure, and it opens up from the top here, and when you look inside, an Easter egg falls out. Sorry, I thought I had cleaned it all the way out. But when you look inside, it has 2 large compartments and then a small zippered compartment here in the middle. And then it has 1 small pouch here in the back, and that is actually where I keep the matching card holder, which my husband was so sweet and gifted to me. I love this card holder. I mean, this set is just everything. But because the leather is a little bit softer, it does give it room to expand a little bit, so you can actually fit quite a lot in here. If you guys would like to see a full breakdown of everything that I can fit in this bag, I do have a what's in my bag video, which I will link down below as well. But for this, the front compartment is definitely the roomiest just because it can push out a little bit further, and then the inside is lined with cloth, and then it has the gold zipper to match the rest of the hardware on the bag. This style does not have any feet on the bottom, so I do try to be a little bit more aware of where I'm setting it down. But a fun detail that's on this bag is it has the YSL, I don't know what these are called. Are these washers or whatever? This little round piece right here, I feel like washers, but I could be wrong. But these actually say Saint Laurent Paris on them, which is a really nice detail to it. When you get the bag, it does come with a certificate of authenticity that I do keep in here. Everything is squared away here, and I personally just like to keep this in the bag. And then as far as how you wear the bag, you can wear it as a shoulder bag right here. This I would say is like the most chic way to wear this bag. And then you can also crossbody it. I always like to use the outside as the crossbody strap, and it actually hits a little bit lower down here. But I'm gonna level with you guys, I'm not wearing any pants, so I will just put a picture of the screen on where it hits on me. I'm 4'11" for reference, in case you were wondering exactly how long it goes. And then another way that I will wear it is to just throw it right over the shoulder like this, nice and long. Again, I'll put a picture somewhere on the screen of that so you guys can see how long that is. That one is really long. I think it hits pretty much mid-thigh on me. So it's not the most comfortable way to wear the bag, but it is like the most convenient because you just chuck it over your shoulders. But the gold chain on here is nice and sturdy. It's pretty thick, and then it comes with 2 shoulder straps just to make the bag a little bit more comfortable to wear. But as I explained earlier, I have had this bag for about 6 months at this point, so I did want to share a couple of pros and cons that I've noticed ever since I've been using it. The first pro is just the size in general. Like I had mentioned earlier, I feel like it's perfect because it's not too big. It holds everything that I need comfortably for the day: my wallet, my phone, my keys, lip products, whatever beauty products I like to keep with me. And it also actually holds my camera, which was a big thing for me when I was purchasing this bag. I currently shoot on the Sony a6400, which is not a huge camera, but it is a good size, especially with the lens on it. So that was a big thing to me, was making sure that I got a bag that would still fit my camera because I vlog with it. So I take it everywhere with me, and it fits very comfortably in this front pocket, along with like maybe a lip gloss, or sometimes my cell phone can just fit right on top with it. So as far as size goes for a daily bag, this is absolutely perfect. Another pro of this bag is just the style in general. This can easily fit a bunch of different styles and occasions, whether you're dressing casually, you're traveling, or you're dressing a little bit more formally. I love this bag just because I feel like no matter what, it always goes. If my outfit is a little bit dressier or a little bit more formal, I'll wear it like a shoulder bag. I just feel like that one is the classiest, most dressy way to wear this bag. And then when I'm out and about, I definitely crossbody it or just do the single strap with one shoulder. Also too, when I'm traveling, I love to use this as a crossbody, again, because the size of it, it fits everything that I need, and carrying it crossbody makes it so convenient. And then just a couple of cons that I've noticed with this bag. The first thing is the snap closure, just with the way that this is structured. If you don't have enough in this front pocket to at least give it a little bit of shape, this snap closure is actually a little difficult to close sometimes because it has a hard time finding itself and pulling itself over that edge enough to snap in place like that. So that is one thing that's inconvenient, is that if I don't have enough packed right here, it's just a little bit tough to get that to snap close. It's not the end of the world. It's not super hard or anything. You guys just saw with it empty, it did snap close, but it just like took a little bit of extra effort. And then the other con that I have with this bag is just how uncomfortable it can get when it gets too heavy. The bag on its own actually has a good amount of weight to it, so once you start putting stuff in, it gets heavier and heavier. And then especially with such a hard chain, even when you wear it crossbody, it still feels very heavy and like it's pulling on your shoulder. So just be aware of that. I would say try not to stuff anything too heavy in here if you plan to be wearing this bag for a while, like if you're going out shopping, sightseeing, or something like that, just because it does get heavy and it does get very uncomfortable on the shoulder, even with the leather straps. But despite those cons, I really do recommend this bag. I think that this is a great luxury purchase, especially if you are in the market for your first luxury bag. This bag is such a great all-around bag, which I think is an important thing when you're investing in your first luxury piece. Like I said, it can be worn casually, formally, you can use it for travel, all of that stuff. The size of it is perfect, the functionality is perfect, the way that you can wear it 3 different ways, and also I think it's a great price point for what it is. In the world of luxury bags, $2,000 $1,900 is not on the higher end of the spectrum. So I think it's a great designer bag price point to start at, especially when you're comparing it to something like a Chanel or a Gucci or something. I feel like YSL still has that caliber and is so classic, it'll stand the test of time, but it comes in at such a reasonable price point for what it is. Also too, like I just touched on, this is never gonna go out of style. It is so classic and timeless. There's never gonna be a time in your life where it feels like this bag has grown out of style. Also, another factor that makes this bag a good investment for your first bag is that it actually doesn't depreciate too much. When you are buying luxury goods at this level, what you are purchasing isn't just a bag, it's an investment. There's a certain amount of value placed in this bag that is such a different level than just buying any old bag. This is not throwing your money away. This is putting your money in an investment that is either going to give you close to your money back or has the potential to appreciate, especially as factors like inflation come into the picture. In fact, I actually watched it happen when I purchased this bag. The second I knew I was going to purchase this bag, the price for it was $19.50, and by the time a few months later I had finally saved up to purchase this bag, it had gone up to $2,050. So even just in that short time frame, it had already gone up $100. But even more compelling with this bag is the resale value for it. On sites like Fashion File, I'm seeing this sell for $1,900, so that's just $150 lost on the bag if I decided to resell it now. And then on the RealReal, which is the major luxury reseller, I'm seeing $1,800, $1,900, just kind of depends on how well the bag was taken care of and the condition of the bag. And I'm even seeing it going up as high as $2,000 to resell this exact style. But if you ever needed to resell the bag, it's nice to know that you could get most of your money back for it. So all in all, after 6 months, I highly recommend this bag if you are in the market for a luxury bag. I think that this one is just the perfect bag if you are starting your luxury bag collection and you want to start with a brand new bag as opposed to starting with a vintage one. But anyways, that is gonna be it for this video. I've actually been talking for quite a while, so I don't know how long this ended up being. If it's long, I apologize, but please make sure to leave me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this bag, or if you have any recommendations on your favorite luxury designer bag. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because I very well be making my second luxury designer bag purchase in a week or two after this video comes out. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.